Okay, let's go.
Okay, so the first story, I believe most people heard about the Becca concert. A whole lot of issues.
Well.
A whole lot of issues. When well, that is questionable. Did it actually go well? A concert with over 20 artists, international artists. Fine, Bukom Banku stole the shine, but still, there are so many questions that have been left unanswered after the concert. And guess what? Head of communications, I don't know if he's a PRO, I don't know, Sammy Flex.
Sammy Flex, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the man, it's just like people bashing government. This time around, the team against the world. What can you do? But to some extent, I'll say he deserves the bashing.
Why?
Yes.
Why?
Yes. So we heard about the story that Obibini and Kumi Guitar couldn't perform.
Yes, I
Yes.
heard about that.
And some flex came out to say it's because they were arrested on their way to the concert.
Is it, I heard they were attacked, but well, I had a different story. That they were attacked.
I think what I had to do with some patrol situation, and one of them was rude to the police officer, so, you know, more like they were detained there. That's according to him. That's the story he shared, that it was due to some arrest made. So they got there late or so, they were detained for far too long. But one of the instrumentalists who were supposed to be arrested, who was supposed to be part of the arrested guys, lashed out at him on Facebook. And it's not even funny, trust me. So this is what his Facebook update reads. It says, why is it that Samuel Etobi Bar, head of communication at Xylophone Media, lying to the public? It is never true that instrumentalists who were supposed to play for Kumi Guitar and Obibini were arrested on their way to the National Theatre. We, the instrumentalists for Kumi Guitar, arrived at the National Theatre exactly 11:30 a.m. on that Saturday, 21st October. And because of late arrangements of the music equipment, we waited at the backstage till sound check started around 3 a.m., which was very annoying. Kumi Guitar joined us backstage at 1 p.m. till 3 p.m. And there wasn't any arrangements that the signed artist Kumi Guitar would duet any performance with Obibini. These two artists had their separate rehearsals with their own instrumentalists. So the communication director for Xylophone Media, Samuel Ban, should tell us where we were arrested and the particular police station we were sent to and stop all these lies. On the program lineup that Saturday, Kumi Guitar was the one to perform after the performance of the gospel artist Joyce Blessing. But the organizers and the MCs for the program misarranged the lineup and intentionally called upstage Mr. Easy to perform. And he claims this was clear sabotage. Yes. Becca's 10-year concert is the most poor concert I've ever played. That's coming from their instrumentalists.
Xylophones.
Yes.
Instrumentalists.
For Kumi Guitar. He's supposed to play. He's part of the band.
But why would they sabotage their own artists? That's
A concert with over 20 artists to be performed started as late as 10:45 p.m. And also, how can the person hosting the program be the first artist to perform? What got me more annoyed was that after every single artist performance, the DJ can play for more than 20 minutes before another artist comes to stage. Whilst there are many artists backstage, the award-winning Manifest arrived at the concert very early, before Stoneboy, Akwabwa, Sarkodie, Mr. Easy and more, but he wasn't given the opportunity to perform. If any artist should have not performed, it shouldn't be their own signees. That's Kumi Guitar and Obibini.
That's the one thing I don't understand, because that is their artist, so why do they want to sabotage their
checks made by, you say it's credible. We don't joke. Our correspondent. You know there would have been no xylophone without Kumi Guitar. First signee to Xylophone Media or Xylophone Music, Kumi Guitar. And why is it that these two people who were affected, who were sidelined, Kumi Guitar and Obibini, happen to be the closest buddies of the CEO of Xylophone? And how can they be sidelined? But then, you know when this whole thing started, the whole hula baloo started, I came out to tell you, see, Sammy Flex, PRO, his own life, he can't PRO. Then tell him to go and PRO with Xylophone. How is that possible? Let's call a spade a spade. There's no shovel in this case. See, if you can't find the vibes to throw dust into our eyes, and you are trying to sweep the fat under the carpet, find a better way to do that. Why lie? Such a blatant lie. Why? A whole PRO. Why? See, when you talk, people think you seek the downfall of xylophone. No. Anything good for the entertainment industry is good for everyone. But they should get their things right. And see, someone should advise Nana Appiah Mensah, CEO of Xylophone. His advisors are misleading him. He's got all the equipment, all the machines and everything. But see, personnel are failing him. Seriously. Xylophone and event coordination, it's like one presidential staffer I know in press coordination. Omu gugumukwa. Omu huso baku say. No, and see, I mean, a big event like this, and you see xylophone guys backstage slapping each other, causing all sorts of mayhem. How? Unless Sammy Flex, you can't do damage control. If you can't do, be quiet. Be silent. Don't lie. You come and tell us that. So the guy was like, he was at home and his brother called him. My sister said, I said, how? Why would you cause panic and fear? Who got arrested? Who arrested who? Sources claim Sammy Flex is trying to sabotage Kumi Guitar and Obibini.
Why?
Yes. So I'm not the one saying it too. I'm not the one saying it. If the listeners will agree to, I'm not the one saying it. Sources are claiming, and even the manifest on. See, this is a media house or a media firm or an entertainment firm that seeks to highlight Ghana music, project it to the world, and then you have the big artists like Manifest, who, if we don't want to celebrate, has been celebrated across the globe. Then you go back and tell people, say they should dog the guy and give space for Niger artists to perform.
Why?
And then you come back and tell us Manifest had to perform at another show, so he had to leave early, which is a blatant lie, an unpardonable lie. Sammy Flex, why? How? No, if he doesn't, I don't know. See, if the position is too big for him to carry on his head, he should pass it on to someone who is qualified. He can't go about throwing dust in people's eyes like that. You don't do PR like that. That's not damage control. You don't worsen issues. I mean, the part that pisses me off is the gross disrespect to Ghanaian acts. How can you do this to Manifest and come and tell us such lies?
Has Manifest spoken?
He doesn't want to speak. But he just tweeted out. When, I think Sammy Flex tweeted something and he just retweeted and replied that it was just lies. So apparently when the sabotaging was going on, he had his guys there who could attest the facts there. Wow. Indeed, they said they don't need you. Niger artists should go. And trust me, it's a sad moment for Ghanaian entertainment if this has to go on in the 21st century, in our own country. Then he comes out to talk about it being a free show, artists having chose to perform for free. So what, does it mean you shouldn't coordinate the events? How? This could have gone down as the biggest concert this year. But I mean, it was just like they were struggling for some sloppy seconds. So that one, dear. Seriously, that's my point. Sammy Flex is misfiring and it has to end. It has to end. If you can't do damage control, sleep and let the news go with the wind.